Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to go from this to this.
At last! There's no one left in this world who can bring...
Manga zooms are the most important aspect in Heiko-style editing. So if you want to upgrade your edits, follow me. Here I'm not going to be teaching compositions. I'm still trying to get consistent myself. But whenever I get a decent start going, I'll be sure to make a tutorial on it. When you have your character, split it at the beats. Set a keyframe for X and Y at the beginning, end, and a few frames right from the middle. On the first keyframe, set the scale to at least 200, and the character on the bottom half of the screen. Middle one, set the scale to 103 and the position to 0. I forgot to do this at the time. The last keyframe should have the scale at a minimum of 165. Drag the character down so the face is a little bit higher than the middle of the screen. On the next beat, set a keyframe for position and scale at the beginning and end of the clip. On the first keyframe, have the scale at 30 to 40 and the bottom of the character to be aligned with the middle of the screen. On the last keyframe, make the scale 115 and drag the character's face to be around the center of the screen. Press Alt plus K for the graph menu. Now follow my graphs, I'll speed it up. By the way, on the middle keyframe for scale, make the graph go a little bit up to make a smoother zoom in. Again, make the graph aim a little bit up, but only for the scale. You can copy the clip's attributes by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and C. To paste, do Ctrl, Shift, V. Here you can choose what you want to paste from the clip. Since the other adjustments are the same, we'll just press paste. Sometimes the clip may be too short or too long, but you just have to fix the keyframes and graphs manually. Now cut the background at each beat. Whenever the character zooms in, add a keyframe at the start and end of the background clip. Then make the first keyframe scale 125 and second at 100. After you do that, export the clip or compound clip it. Split the clip at the beats and make about the same keyframes as you did with the character zooms. I'll show what I mean here. you don't know what I am doing here, I'm simply just making the Y graph towards the bottom at the beginning and moving it towards the face at the end. You have these black bars, just add canvas blur to all of the clips. The first blur setting is fine. Now follow what I do for the zoom in clip. Add a pull in transition in between the two clips. Copy the graphs by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and C to copy all the attributes of the clip. Keep in mind some keyframes may go missing, but you'll just have to fix it manually. In between the third and fourth clip, add a pull-out transition. For the shakes, I just added random keyframes in the X values and added a graph to them to smoothen the shakes out. You can watch what I do since it is hard to explain. A tip I have for the shakes is to make the keyframes go opposite for the next clip. For example, if I had the keyframes going from up, down, then make the next clip keyframes go down, up, up. Another thing to look out for is to make sure that the zoom-in clip has less keyframes than the zoom-out. This helps to make the shakes softer. After you finish the shakes, now you need to add the wide angle effect or wide distortion effect. This gives it that After Effects type of look. Also, for the zoom in, add the zoom to animation to the clip. I forgot to show this. Follow my steps. photos, just add keyframes at the beginning and end of clip. On the end of the first clip, make the rotation to be 120 or negative 120. Negatives make the screen turn left, and no negative makes it turn right. Follow my graph for rotation. On the second clip, put keyframes at the beginning and end again. On the first keyframe, make the value to be 180 or negative 180. If you had the value to be negative 120 on the first clip, then make the second clip without a negative, and vice versa. Follow my graph again. If you have any questions or tutorial requests, let me know in the comments. As I always say, remember this is still your Edit So experiment. Wyld out.